everybody. It's Kevin McNeil, owner, CEO of the 12 Project. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Heal with Kevin McNeil. This episode, I want to talk about something very significant and very important. I want to talk about your mission. Not your purpose, your mission. You know, I get bombarded a lot with people asking me, do I want to make more money? Do I want to be a success? I get it in my email. People contact me on Facebook. Right? People approach me in the streets asking me, do I want to make more money? And my answer to them is always no. Here's the thing. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be successful. Now, I know that sounds crazy to most people, because that seems like that's a lie. Most people will hear me and say, he got to be kidding me. He doesn't really mean that. No, I really mean that. I don't want to be successful. I don't want to be rich. I want to be effective. I want to be effective in my mission. And what is my mission? Many of you heard me say it before. I left a job to accomplish my mission, which is to educate the world on the effects of abuse. See, as an investigator, I learned and I found out that simply talking about abuse or making people aware of abuse wasn't going to stop it. I found out that many people didn't know what abuse did. They didn't know the effects of abuse, how dangerous and detrimental it was to not just themselves and others, but to our world at large. I found out when people found out what abuse really did, they were less likely to commit abusive acts. So I made that my mission. Here's the difference between focusing on your mission and chasing money. See, when you chase money, you're looking for results. You're looking for what you can get, and your works become motivated based off rewards. But when you focus on mission, you have a servant mindset. Your focus is on how can I give something to the world that can make the world better. Here's another difference. When you focus on money, you're always looking outside of yourself to value your life. You look at the house you have, the car you have, the clothes you have, the money in your bank account, and based on that, you assess how successful you are. Your life becomes a tool of measurement rather than a tool of meaning. When you think about mission, you look around you and you look inside of you and you discover what you have in your hand. And you discover, what can I do with what I have? See, when you are mission minded and your mission is on your mind, you find out, how can I use this thing that God has given me, whatever it is, however small it is, and I can leverage it to help somebody else's life become better. Case in point, if you ever read the Bible, and there's a parable in there called the parable of the talents. But one is given 5, one is given 2, and one is given 1. You know the story. The one that's given 1 hides it because he looks at it like, what can I do with this? He looks at himself. He looks at what he doesn't have rather than what he does have. And he looks at what he has as being minimal and very little, and he hides it and he buries it and he does nothing with it. But the one with the 5 gets excited about what he has and goes out and multiplies. Number 2. And you know the story. The Bible says that the owner comes back, the owner of those talents, and he calls the one with the 1 who buried those talents evil and lazy. That's because he was focused on purpose and not on mission. When you focus on a mission, you wake up every day thinking, how can I accomplish that mission with what I have? Here's what I learned, my friends. Then when you have that mindset, God begins to direct you and guide you on how to use what you have. But when you're focused on simply on getting and taking and achieving and receiving, God doesn't bless you. But when you come mission minded, you become a giver. How can I give my time? How can I give my efforts? How can I give my talent in the best way possible? You're not even concerned about being paid for what you're giving. You're just concerned about what you're giving and how it blesses others. This is what is meant by the scriptures. Give, and it should be given unto you. The Bible even said that God so loved the word that he gave. Too many of us are focusing on getting. Can I leave you with this? Get your mind off of that. Focus your mind on how you can give to the world. Don't look at what you don't have. Focus on what you do. And take what you have and find a way to give it away. Don't try to get paid for it. Give it away. And I promise you, my friends, you'll learn a valuable lesson that I learned for myself and that I now teach to others. That is the best thing you ever do in your life, because giving adds meaning to your life. This has been Kevin McNeil, CEO, founder of the 12 Project. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Heal with Kevin McNeil. See you next week. Peace.